Today, I'm going to talk about underrated Subnautica items that not many people use, but you should definitely start using them. The Bladder is a really useful item. It may not seem like it at first, but trust me, it really is. It's really useful, especially in early game, because when you're like deep underwater and you're running out of oxygen, you will need to get up quickly. If you don't have a sea glide, then you'll have to go really slowly. And even with a sea glide, that's still really slow. So you can just press the L pedal to get quickly to the surface. And even when you have 9 seconds left of oxygen, you can just get there up to the surface quickly, just enough for you to survive. Kind of becomes useless when you get your first sea mode, as you usually have your sea mode around you, so you can just easily jump into sea mode to replenish your oxygen. Or if you don't have a sea mode around you, you can just use it to get to the surface quickly. Also, don't use it to replenish your oxygen because it just becomes useless. Use it to get to the surface. Now, the probably most hated tool out of this is the Pathfinder, and let me tell you, it's extremely useful. Especially in the early game, and especially when exploring wrecks and different caves, because you can get lost and then you can just drown, which nobody wants. Just release a disc at the start of the cave and then create a little trail wherever you go to easily get out of the cave. This thing has saved me from drowning in so many places, such as the giant mushroom tree caves when I'm trying to get a cuttlefish egg. Seriously, it's a lifesaver, so you should definitely start using it because it's extremely useful. The crazy Decoy is so underrated. First of all, it's not good in its item form when you just release it. That kinda sucks. But if you use it in your Cyclops, in the creature decoy or launchy thing, I don't know what it's called, it's really useful. With just a press of a single button, you can lure any creature that's attacking your Cyclops away in just mere seconds. And then just run away and your Cyclops is fine. That's how useful it is. Now, the waterproof locker is really interesting. It's debatable whether it's actually useful or useless. However, I think it's useful because, first of all, in the early game, if you don't have a base yet and you're just gathering supplies to build like a small base or even a massive base, you can just put your extra stuff that you can fit in your lifeboat in one of those waterproof lockers. And then when you finally have a base, you can just transport the stuff from them. Also, a good strategy is to put one of these or more of them around like some sort of a wreck. And when you don't have enough storage space in your inventory or sea mode or anywhere else, you can just put it inside of this waterproof locker, put a beacon right next to it, and then just go to your base, drop all of the stuff there, and come back for the stuff in the waterproof lockers. Now, the Repulsion Cannon is really useful. It is a side grade to the Repulsion Cannon, and unlike the Repulsion Cannon, it can only do one thing, and it's to push enemies away from you. Now, this push is really powerful and more powerful than the Repulsion Cannon. So, if you, for example, want to get enemies away from you, such as the Reapers or the Bone Sharks, just with a single press of a button, you can send them flying somewhere else. Now, the flare might be the most useless one out of these, but it's still pretty useful. So what can it do is basically when you throw it, it can emit a light source. However, when you throw it, this light source is permanent, so the flare doesn't despawn, so it's pretty useful when exploring in caves. So instead of using a flashlight, you can just lit up the cave with flares. Also, you can just pick them right from the ground if you throw them away. As well, they can act as an early game alternative to the Pathfinder Tool. So yeah guys, these have been 6 underrated Subnautica items that you should definitely start using. I hope you learned something new, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!